My name is James C. Wangerin, CPA, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about a petition to change some administrative rules at the Department of Revenue and how this whole situation came about. Montana has a constitution. It was the first constitution to have a right to participate. It was adopted in the 1970s. This right to participate has been implemented in an administrative rule which allows individual citizens like myself to petition the Department of Revenue to amend the administrative rules. Citizens' rights like the right to vote, the right to know, the right to participate in government are often ignored, and a lot of times people just simply don't vote because maybe they don't care what's going on right now, or nothing's really affecting them personally. When your rights start to be violated, that's when you kind of notice it. It's sort of like you don't miss the water until the well runs dry. So in my situation, I had a case that I was bringing before the Department of Revenue, and the hearing examiner early on in the case stated that since an administrative rule was adopted in 2008, it couldn't be used to audit a tax return from the year 2005. This was the argument that we had in regards to this particular case. The situation was my client's son had went to college, and so he decided to put up an interior door to create a heating zone, save energy, and since this was an energy conservation measure, he was entitled to a 25% energy conservation credit. It involved a very small amount of money, but it did involve also this issue of whether you could use an administrative rule adopted in 2008, which said that if it involved human action, you couldn't claim the credit. In this case, they said it involved human action because you could open and close the door. In 2005, there was no such rule, and in fact, they allowed and still allow an exterior door, which can obviously be open and closed too. Anyway, it was what I call my open and shut case. However, I lost. So you might ask yourself, why did I lose? There was the Department of Revenue brought powerful attorneys. They used their chief legal counsel, they used their senior tax counsel, and they were able to use the rules of civil procedure, the rules of evidence. The State Tax Appeal Board refused to allow me to represent my client, all of which I felt was a violation of the Taxpayer Bill of Rights, which allows the taxpayer to choose the representative, to hire the representative of their choice. So anyway, in this case, I had requested mediation. I also requested that the case be submitted based on the record. Both of these were denied by the Department of Revenue, and I felt by doing so they were able to control the outcome of the case, causing it to be a formal case and then threatening ultimately prosecution of me for unauthorized practice of law. So I come now and I filed a petition today to request that the administrative rules be changed. So one of the administrative rules changes that I'm requesting is that if mediation is requested, that it has to be accepted by the Department of Revenue. Another one is that if the taxpayer requests that it be submitted based on the record, that would be allowed as well. The Department of Revenue, there's an administrative rule where you can request a detailed statement from the Department of Revenue in regards to a tax case, and I want a CPA to be able to state the facts and the law and then request that detailed statement from the Department of Revenue, and then that would all be submitted, and the case would be determined based on the record. Historically, CPAs have been able to represent taxpayers at the State Tax Appeal Board. Historically, things could have been handled in a more informal proceedings without there being a threat of unauthorized practice of law, but it appears that the Department of Revenue has become more aggressive, and so I feel that there is a need to have our rights explained in a little bit more detail, and so I'm requesting that a hearing be held on these proposed changes, and I'll be waiting for the Department of Revenue's response.